It's just a better state of being. It's just better to be in a grateful state of being. You're more elevated. That's a positive emotion. That's like, okay, duh, right? But my reasoning on saying that is if you stay in a grateful space, you are prioritizing a positive emotion, which helps elevate your vibe, elevate your frequency, elevate your energy instead of you being low vibrational. Being resentful makes you low vibrational, like heavy, and you feel it. Okay, maybe you feel resentful in the moment, but do you know about long-term resentment? Do you know about that? Are you experienced that? Did you just get over that? Long-term resentment is mad draining. It's mad draining. Have you ever heard somebody say, I just stopped being spiteful or like stop trying to like be petty because it was just too much energy? It's easier to be loving. It is. It's easier to be loving. It's easier to be appreciative. It literally feels better. It feels better. Which one feels better? Being happy about it, the situation, or being mad at it for the rest of your life? Like which one are we choosing here? Which choice? Stay grateful. It's an elevated state of being. And not even just like thinking about it, like sometimes doing it, just become a grateful human being. This is not a every now and then type thing. This is not I'm only going to do it to cope. No, be grateful for everything. The good and the bad. That could be kind of difficult. But I'm trying to tell you, you won't be blocking God's blessing. Staying resentful. You're going to be blocking his blessing. And if you stay grateful, you're going to be feeling his blessing. You're going to feel grateful. God, thank you for this. Thank you for that experience. Thank you for this situation. You see, I even feel different just saying that. And I think you should do an exercise like that too. I'm angry, I'm mad, and I want to punch holes in the wall. Or I'm happy about it. I'm content and I'm at peace. Now, what I'm not saying though is to block your resentment. I'm not saying to suppress your resentment. I'm not saying don't ever in life feel resentment or anger. That's not the message here. That's not the message. The whole operation is effed if that's what you got from this. Even though this is we're just 3 minutes in. I don't care. That's not what I'm saying. You should feel everything. Some resentment is justifiable. Anger is justifiable. There's justifiable feelings. And I'm not saying don't feel it. Don't let it flow. Let it flow through you, but don't prioritize it either. Don't dwell on it. Being resentful, like I said, there's more cons than pros to it. Like I said, it might feel good in the moment, but if you're thinking about like on a forever basis, long-term basis, you're ruining your life. You're literally ruining your life. But on the flip side, being a grateful human being, you're improving your life. You're more appreciative of your life. You love your life more. You see the positive in your life more. Instead of prioritizing the stuff that you don't like, prioritizing the thoughts about your life that you hate and that you resent. You would literally have a new outlook of things being a grateful person. And I got some examples for y'all. Something didn't go your way. That's broad, but we can make it more specific, more person-like. Like somebody cutting you off in traffic. You spilled your matcha from Starbucks. The Bluetooth didn't connect in your car. Now, I know I definitely cried about that one. I definitely cried. I'm not ashamed to say it. Music is my drug. I'm an addict. Deal with it. Anyways, yeah, stuff like that. So situations like that, right? So let's say all of that happened, like you spilled your drink, like the whole thing. I'm not even saying like the whole thing just fell. The whole matcha just fell. And you can be, like I said, in the moment, yeah, you can be tight. You can be tight, like, oh my gosh, like, I be getting like that. Like, I'm like, are you serious? Like my 2-second hissy fits. But you know what? Those hissy fits are a moment. That hissy fit, it's not going to be the rest of the week. It's not going to be the rest of the day. It's not, and it's sure as hell not going to be the rest of my life. But those are like minor examples. Like there's a lot of major pain that happens. That's minor pain. If that's major pain for you, there's something wrong with that. Like I said, the Bluetooth's not connecting or somebody swapping my food plate, that's major pain to me. Everybody has their own minor and major pain. But some situations are more lasting than others. Like somebody didn't turn out the way you expected them to. You expected them to be a certain way, to care for you a certain way, to love you a certain way, to rock with you a certain way, whatever the case may be, and then you found out it was not like that, and quite frankly, it was probably never like that. Yeah, that's major pain, that stings, and you might resent that person. Because you're like, I didn't think you would do me like this. Same thing with trauma too. And then I know it sounds crazy, like, barr, you want me to be grateful for trauma? You want me to be grateful for an experience that literally changed the rest of my life? That mentally rewired my brain? How I even look at people? You want me to be grateful for that? And I get it, like I said. That's why I said don't suppress your resentment. Don't suppress your anger. But what we're not going to do, sorry for some tough love, but what we're not going to do is live the rest of our life in that state. I don't want it for y'all. I don't want it for me. I don't want it for nobody. I don't want that for nobody. We're not going to live the rest of our life like that. Like I said, there's justifiable resentment and anger. You feel that way. It's normal. Yes, like something that you didn't like happened and you feel resentment and you're angry. And I'm not just talking about people. Like, you can be resentful for general things in life. Like, life is incredibly unfair. And you might resent that simple fact. Let's say you lost a family member or somebody close to you. You probably, you're angry. You're resentful. Like, why them? It could have been anybody else, type thing. Like, why is this happening to me? You can be, you can be resentful with anything in life, honestly. With anything, like you have a late fee charged to your card, you're mad. Oh my gosh. And like I said, there's nothing wrong feeling that way. But okay, you're gonna be mad that your card got charged a late fee for the rest of your life. Really? No, like we really gotta ask ourselves these questions. And like I said, that's probably minor pain compared to other stuff. I think people can cause major pain. So that's probably like one of the best examples I can kind of come up with right now. Like somebody like not doing you correctly or whatever, that can cause major pain. But are you going to resent that person for the rest of your life? May I remind you, we sin against God like every day or majority of the week, whatever the case may be. And we ask for forgiveness. God doesn't resent us. Mind you, God is different. I wish I had the compassion and like the automatic, I don't know if it's like an automatic forgiveness, but he does it better than me. He does it better than me. I wish I had that. I'm trying to get there, to be like so forgiving quicker. Like I can forgive quicker. Like I can always forgive, but like it takes a minute. Sometimes some things takes a minute. You know what I mean? But like I said, I understand it might take a minute, but by no means I have any plans to spend the rest of my life being a resentful person. If I would rather be grateful. Yes, I would rather be grateful. Even just being grateful changes the thoughts in your brain. Okay, you spilled your drink. Okay, now I know, things happen and I'll be more careful next time. Peaceful detachment. You spilled your drink. I hate life. Everything's unfair. I can't believe this. Like, it's always me. It always happens to me. And you're carrying that weight for the remainder of your days. That's negative weight. Like, you chaining yourself down. And like I said, I really want to emphasize that. I'm not saying there's something wrong with feeling like that in the moment. What's wrong here is trying to feel like that for life. What's wrong here, you're not trying to move on from that. What's wrong here, you're not trying to find the positive or something to be grateful of or the beauty within a lesson that was learned. That's what becomes a problem. You never met an older, bitter person. They made the choice to stay bitter, to stay resentful, to hold on. Hold on, instead of just being grateful and moving more into a peaceful state. Do you want to be a resentful person? And like I said, just because you feel resentment, that doesn't mean you are a resentful person. We don't have to identify with our emotions. We start identifying with our emotions if, like I said, we prioritize them and we allow it to embody us and consume us. Then I'm gonna start identifying with an emotion, and that's not just negative emotions. You do that with positive ones too. You can embody happiness. You can be a happy person. Same way you can embody hate. You can be a hateful person, resentful person. It's not good on your heart. It's not good on your soul. It's not good on your mental. It's not good on your emotions. And it will impact you physically. It will. Being a resentful person will impact you physically at some point. Your emotions and mind can influence the body. Like stress, cortisol, the cortisol chemical. When you feel stress, that impacts your body. Everybody's different, but some people have racing thoughts. Their body gets tense. Heart starts pumping. Blood is moving faster. Freaking out. Stress. And that's all from feeling stress. You just felt stress. And it's the same thing with other emotions. It's going to start impacting you. So being a grateful person literally makes your mental, like all aspects of yourself better, including your mental health, heavy on the mental health, because even though you feel it, you have thoughts about it. I mean, yeah, there's sometimes you may feel something and there's nothing consciously going on. I'm actually currently kind of going through that. I went through that like the other day. Like I was sad, mad sad. And I could not pinpoint why. I could not. People say, or like sources say, that's like suppressed emotions that never had the time to be felt. So now it's being felt now, but maybe so much time has passed. I cannot remember why. It's like that with anger too. If you don't feel your anger, that's why I was telling y'all, don't suppress your resentment. Let it flow. Let it flow through, but let it flow out. If you keep on prioritizing resentment, it's going to block positivity. It's going to block blessings. It's going to block your ability to see something to be grateful for. It's just a block. Don't prioritize resentment. I'm not saying never feel resentment, but don't prioritize it. It's just not it. And like being grateful, there's just so much pros to it. Other than having the positive mindset, you won't feel as stressed anymore or as anxious about whatever the situation may be. Be grateful for everything. Right now, the content I'm speaking on is like for negative stuff. Because one thing that is true, it's very easy to be grateful when everything is going your way. And that's something we have to be aware of. Some people are very situational. I think most people are very situational when it comes to their feelings. Like, I feel like real, genuine, grateful people are people who can still be grateful when shit is hitting the fan. When nothing's going their way, everything's falling apart. And still finding a positive, still finding something to be thankful for in the midst of the chaos. When everything's going your way, everything's feeling perfect, nothing's going wrong, there's nothing you're stressing about, it's so easy to be grateful. So easy. But then a bad experience happened, something didn't go your way. Are you still grateful? Or can you still at least find your way back to the grateful state of being? Can you? And I want you to. I need you to. You have to. Resentment, it's going to make you ugly. I'm not going to lie. First, it's going to start from the inside, and then it's going to come out. And like how we feel low-key be dictating our actions too. You're going to start moving like a resentful person. Do you want to move like that? Like for real? And like I said, I know it sounds crazy, like, Barr, you want me to be grateful for being traumatized? You want me to be grateful for things happen to me that I didn't ask for? Yes. Yes. I don't want you to be resentful, but find a positive, please. Even if it's just one. Just one. In some situations, be like that. There's really just one positive. Just one. And trust me, you can find it and find one that sticks with you. Like when I say be grateful for everything, find a grateful statement that sticks with you. Because something can happen and there's so many different things that you can say about it, but not any of that might land with you. So find the statement, find the alternative perspective that sticks with you, and hold on to that. Don't hold on to the other 10 things that went wrong or the other 10 negative stuff that probably popped up in your brain. No. Be grateful. Be grateful that you're here, that you're alive. Be grateful that you have another day to do what you want. There's so many things to be grateful for. And that's another tactic that you can use as well. Like, even if you can't find nothing grateful in the moment, overall, life is good though. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, this happened, but that doesn't mean other areas in my life aren't thriving, aren't doing well. I'm not content. That's something I feel like we sometimes end up doing a lot too. One bad thing happens and all of a sudden we have a bad life. That's not true at all. Bad moment, maybe. Even a bad day. Some people, like I said, everybody recovery and turnaround time is different. Some people can have a bad morning and then end off the day on a very high note. Some people can have a bad morning and the rest of the day is off. But like the next day, they're like, okay, let's cut that shit. let's cut it out. And then some people, they don't recover until next week, next year, next decade. Like I said, it obviously depends on the situation. Everybody's different. But that's how it is. But one thing I can say, if you prioritize gratefulness, it's going to elevate your state of being. Even if you can feel both at the same time like that, low key. Like you can feel resentment, like you're mad, and also still see the positives in the situation. That is true. Two things can coexist at once. Most times. That is true. But what we want to do, like I said, prioritize the gratefulness. Prioritize that. Let that flow through you more than resentment. Please. Main thing, just don't spend the rest of your life in resentment. And whatever situation pops up in your mind, it pops up. Like I said, it could be a person. It could be an unfair thing that happened to you in life. It could be somebody stealing your food. All of those are valid to me. So, that being said, thank you for tapping in and stay grateful. Be grateful. Be a grateful person. Don't be situationally grateful, always grateful in everything. Everything. Thank you.